The new animated Ninja Turtles film is being promoted as the fun for all ages film of August. But let's just break that down for a second. Kids will get a kick out of it. Parents will be able to sit back for an easy 90 minutes. But what about the man children? The ones who suffered through the Michael Bay years hoping for some sign that the franchise was getting back to its roots again. I think they might find themselves struggling just a little bit to find what they love about the turtles on screen. The animation style is good. It's just as eye-popping and comic-oriented as Spider-Verse was, and almost nearly as hard to describe. It definitely captures the grittiness of New York. It has a lot of the same brisk character movements. Something that I think young fans will like more too is that producer Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg have decided to go all the way back with this one. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo seem barely out of the tadpole. They're 13 or 14, if anything. They deal with their own kind of alienation, and it's easy to identify with. Just they don't seem to have fully grasped onto their personalities yet. Donatello never becomes the science geek, Raph's attitude never seems that bad, Leo isn't much of a leader, and Michelangelo never really felt like the group practical joker, because in general, they all kind of seem dopey and gawky. They post goofy videos on social media, have a lot of pulp culture and current music chats, and they also kind of buffoon their way through fights. Again, this movie is going for coming-of-age comedy, so it's hard to fault it too much. But when you get scenes like Donatello calling his weapon, which is a bow, every Turtles fan knows that, he calls it a big stick because he doesn't know the name. I mean, at that point, it's hard to really feel like these guys have studied and have, just kind of adopted the discipline of martial arts. Splinter is also kind of disappointing. The movie retcons the great origin story of him training under Hamato Yoshi and replaces it with just he and the turtles watching martial arts tutorial videos. It's voiced by Jackie Chan and kind of comes off like a wacky dad character. His whole thing is, you can't trust humans, and his running gag is pretty much the same as Meet the Parents, that you could milk any animal. The turtles wisecrack. We know that for sure, but also there's a whole other side to them. The principles of ninjutsu and martial arts, where it's all about honor and spiritualism and balance. I think these are the things that drew kids to the turtles and to karate in the 90s. Principles are to the turtles what responsibility is to Spider-Man, so it's a little bit disappointing to see that this movie misses out on the real mythology and just the origin story for something more mundane. Also, the Bears' Ayo Edebiri voices April O'Neil, and she too has been retconned. She's not the ace reporter so much as a high schooler who works at her school paper, but has a lot to learn in terms of confidence. She also takes part in not one, but two projectile vomit gags. Again, a character aimed squarely at preteens. I'm also surprised they went with just a whole other villain here. The movie made it out to be Baxter Stockman, but it's actually not. It's a character called Superfly, and he's voiced with great intensity by Ice Cube. He also has a whole smorgasbord of mutant henchmen at his side. Rocksteady, Bebop, they're here. Leatherhead, for some reason, has been gender swapped. But also, the most memorable thing that I can remember them doing here is, and I shit you not, singing along to that Four Non-Blondes song. This one.
In the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on?
There's a very good soundtrack here. DMX, Busta Rhymes, Atticus Ross did the score for this, but that's one of the few things that actually feels like it's skewing towards older fans. This movie is it just doesn't feel like it was made for me. And I've wondered to myself many times leading up to it, will we ever really get another live action movie again that really uses good CGI and that really understands that these guys are fun, badass action heroes? I don't think that this is the great Turtles film that I was hoping for. For kids, I think it's fine. For parents, I think they'll easily enjoy it too. But if you're a diehard Turtles fan, this might not be the best thing for you. I think this way, that way. I don't know. B minus, I think, for me. So that's my opinion, guys. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know down below there. Also, if you could, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and I hope to see you back next time. Bye bye.